This is what happens if somebody who shouldn't be allowed to port a game, that shouldn't be allowed to be ported to the Master System, ports that game to the Master System despite the game being old. This is Mortal Kombat 3, ported to the Sega Master System. Ooh! Never mind, I've been chosen to represent the Earth in Mortal Kombat. With my nice hat, I look just like somebody out of the game, I'm sure. There must be someone. Nobody on this list that looks like they wear a straw hat. Who looks the most straw hat wearing like? I'm always gonna go for no. Always gonna go for Cyrax whenever I have a choice. It's always Cyrax. Cyrax is pretty cool. Right, let's go. Win so far. Right, this is where you can press buttons to make things happen. I never knew what any of the codes were, so I just put in anything. They give you plenty of time to input stuff on that screen, so if you know the codes, you can put in secret cheats that unlock characters and stuff like that. Right. I'm kind of amazed that this game is managing to keep a lot of that digitized sprite look, despite, you know, well, this being the Master System. It's really chunky and laggy, this one. I'm already dead. At least it wasn't a flawless victory. I managed to get some of that, just a tiny bit of health off him. Okay, I'm going to see if I can figure out what went wrong. It's like my buttons don't do anything at all. This is bad. This is absolutely dreadful. This is bad. Why would you do this to me? It's okay. We'll try Sonya. Why not try Sonya? Just input a cheat code. Yeah, nothing. This is awful. It's barely functional. And this is meant to be the bridge level. Well, I suppose if you squint, it's the bridge level. Toasty! Oh, come on! Here we go again. I'm starting to get an idea now. I can sort of mash this. Oh my god, you can just mash the kick! You can just mash the jump kick. Oh, that's easy then. Problem solved. Just mash the jump kick. The chat seems awfully quiet today. That's alright. I'm feeling awfully quiet today. I was going to stream something major, like do like a whole hour and a half of one like major game that I intend to do the entirety of on livestream. But I decided against it in the end because I'm not feeling entirely up to it. But I will start soon streaming one of my favourite games of all time. Now, I don't have a favourite game of all time, but I can assure you that if I did have a favourite game of all time, it would not be this version of Mortal Kombat 3. In fact, it probably wouldn't be any version of Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat, there are no Mortal Kombat games in my top 10 video games of all time. Even though it's easy enough to win this one with the jump kick. Oh my god, that just makes the game too easy! I'm going to stream Ape Escape on PSP. Well, Soy, I might stream Ape Escape on PSP at some point. It's a good game. I would say it's better than the PlayStation 1 version. Oh wait, no, you mean Daisakusen. You don't mean Ape Escape P or Ape Escape on the Loose, do you? You mean the other one. Well, It's funny you should say that. I just won an auction for the physical copy of Saru Saru Daisakusen. So I'll actually be streaming it from the hardware when I eventually do it. Yes, the Saru Saru Daisakusen. Or Monkey Monkey. Great tactics. Yeah, Cabal. Cabal's awesome. Get me with a jump kick there. But there's nothing Sonya can't do without a jump kick, you know. Or rather, there's nothing Sonya's jump kick cannot do. I'm sure there's plenty of things Sonya can't get. Yes, that's the thing, Soy. I like to surprise people with my streams. Like, I always hate having something lined up and like saying that I'm going to stream something, because then that gives me an opportunity to fail to deliver. And then I upset people. I do that time and time again. I promise, oh yeah, this is going to be the year for this video or this series, and then nothing ever happens. So I just stop making promises now. I just do stuff. I just record a thing or edit a thing or stream a thing, and I just go. A certain banana-based video that will never happen. Well, Soy, it'll probably be a live stream instead, but I will play it for a long time. How's that? Does that make up for it? I don't know. The game you're talking about, Banana for the Famicom, there isn't really much to say about it. Like, you could pretty much describe the whole game in 2 paragraphs. So making an editorial video on it, yeah, general opinions, well that's fine then. I'll live stream Banana at some point. Definitely. I think I've already made the thumbnail for it. It's just getting around to doing it. I didn't catch. Hold on. I'm gonna have to beat this this fight first so I can scroll the screen across. Yeah, I could finish her, or I could just leave her standing there. Sushi Chomps. Ayo, that's a good sounding name. I was originally thinking Nibbles, or maybe just Sushi Bites videos where I do like 1 or 2 or 3 games for a minute each, like what I did for Not Japanese Enough, where I just quickly spoke about the game. Like I spent no more than a minute and a half on each game. If I do that, I could maybe then do like obscure puzzle games, and I do 3, and Strange Famicom Games Part 1, Strange Famicom Games Part 2. If I did that, then I could include Banana in something bigger. This seems like a really cheap way of winning. Panel Upon 24-hour live stream. I do want to play the GameCube version of Panel Upon on the Nintendo Puzzle Collection. Released exclusively in Japan, it was Yoshi's Cookie, Panel Upon, and Dr. Mario remade with hand-drawn graphics. And I believe the Super Nintendo versions of each game were playable. Well, the retro versions were playable as well. I do look forward to playing that. I was going to do it on Dolphin. Turns out it's one of the like 5 games that Dolphin won't support. So I'll have to play it on my Nintendo Wii by running it as a GameCube backup, which just means extra boxes plugged in and extra cables. Yeah! I defeated... is it Shao Kahn? Sorry, I wouldn't be impressed that Nintendo hasn't done something good. You are the MK3 champion. Sonya defeats her archenemy Kano high atop a skyscraper near Shao Kahn's fortress. She then comes face to face with the Emperor himself. In an incredible display of courage, Sonya wins. Midway MK3 design team. I don't know why you're crediting these people. They didn't have a hand in this awful tech toy port of Mortal Kombat 3. For those of you who don't know, Tectoy is a Brazilian company that had the rights to produce Master System consoles and games in Brazil, and they ported whatever games were hugely popular at the time. They got the rights to do it, but you've got Duke Nukem 3D for the Master System, and it's just a really bad Wolfenstein clone with Duke Nukem graphics. And you've got this, which is also pretty bad. Oh, Soy showing off in the chat. He has this NES copy of Yoshi's Cookie and the Game Boy version signed by Pat the NES Punk. Well, maybe you should have had your NES copy of Yoshi's Cookie signed by the NES Punk and the GB version signed by the GB Punk. Many thanks go to John Tao for game info, Paul Lee technical assistance, and game over. I just want to see if this kick exploit works for every character, because if it does, then I might as well just play a little bit more, see what happens. Williams, software creation, Mortal Kombat. Let's see if this kick trick works with everyone. Sub-Zero. Oh, is this like before he was famous then? Last summer, and you bought something for $4 off Pat the NES Punk. Doesn't he like charge like hundreds of dollars now because he's a big name and everything? Then again, what do I know? This is... yeah, I was about to say, this is Soy, who also got JonTron's signature. But then again, you can buy anything for the right oil. I'm surprised. When you're a big name like that, you have the right to charge crazy. I'm quite impressed that he didn't. Because, you know, in that position, your fans will pay anything. That's the thing. When you met JonTron, Soy, and you got your King's Quest V signed, he had forgotten that he had done a King's Quest episode. I would still consider Pat a big name. Sure, he's no Markiplier, but nobody but Markiplier is Markiplier, and I'm glad about that, because if everybody was Markiplier, everyone would be a screaming idiot. No offense to any Markiplier fans out there, but offense intended to Markiplier. Again, not really, but there are some people who their delivery is just a certain way, and I don't like it. I don't like Markiplier's delivery. That's not to say it's bad, it's just not my scene. I don't understand the reference, Soy. Who is Tor Johnson? Oh, by the way, for reference, this kick exploit works against everyone. Finish her. Oh, I intend to. Boom, 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 boom. I was never big on Jacksepticeye either, but again, I can see where the what people are liking about him. And by the way, hi Cosmo. I hate that spin thing Cabal does. So Cosmo, I'm just checking out a theory that you can win every battle in this game really easily just by doing the jump kick over and over again. And my theory is proving quite true currently. Tor Johnson was a wrestler and an actor in cheap black and white horror movies. Oh! Plan 9 from Outer Space. Yeah, I heard about that. I got that recently in a Rift Tracks bundle. So I'll look forward to watching that at some point. I can't watch it without their commentary, so I have to watch it with their commentary. But I've heard good things about their commentary of Plan 9, so that's the point. I need to redeem those soon. Those Rift Tracks things I have. I think I have Manos Hands of Fate. And Super Mario Brothers as well, by Rift Tracks. So. Killer Instinct for Xbox One is too simple. I looked at the gameplay footage of what's her face, the sword lady, Himiko or something like that. She looks really complicated because unlike the other characters that had like special moves and combo breakers, she has like a mode that you have to charge up. It looked decent. Is it not that good then? Because that was one of the games that was originally getting me interested in getting an Xbox One, and then when my brother got his Xbox One and I looked at the price of Killer Instinct, I thought, nah. Nah. Digital only, super expensive? Nah. No thanks. That's the thing with fighting games is, yeah, it's all well and good saying I can get the game for free and I can play a specific character at random or whatever, but when it comes to fighting games, I don't want to buy characters separately. I want to play every single character. So naturally, I want to buy the game in full. It's like the new Dead or Alive did that. The last round version, you can play it free and just like play random characters. And I'm like, no, I want the full thing. Just hitting buttons, it felt too simple. Oh, is it completely free to play now, like every character? Because to start with, it was like you get one character free, and then you have to like pay for the characters you like. And I thought that was really stupid because personally, I like to play every character in a fighting game. I like to learn their story. I like to know why they're taking part in whatever tournament's going on, what they're going to do with the prize money, that sort of thing. That's why Tekken appeals to me, Dead or Alive appeals to me, because there's a reason for them taking part in that fighting tournament. It's like with Mortal Kombat, each of these characters have a reason for fighting. It's that whole Bruce Lee Enter the Dragon thing. Everybody enters the competition for one thing. Soy, fighting games have had stories for absolutely ages. That's what I love about them, is that the characters and the situations are so zany. There's always a reason for this fighting tournament and for them wanting the prize, but it's curious just what. It's like you could say the same like the shmups have stories now, but take into account like games like Gunbird, they're exactly the same. The characters want to get like some secret power or meet a genie that can grant them a wish, and there's an outcome that they like. I've not played any of the Ranma fighters except the Super Nintendo one, but not even the Ranma version of that. Street Fighter EX3, it's somewhere. It's somewhere in my boxes full of PS2 games. I promise I will do it. It's something that will happen. Of course, I remember now. You suggested that to me. I think it was you who also suggested Tetris Battle Gaiden, so I gotta come through on my promises. Definitely. Yeah, thanks Ed Boon. Thanks a lot. Ed Boon sure made a boon with MK. That's for sure. All that money he made. John Tao. Many thanks goes to John Tao. When they say game info, they mean John Tao was the one who said, "Oh yeah, I've played Mortal Kombat 2 or 3 times, I know what I'm doing." Yeah, this Cabal guy, he has a move that's just like impossible to defend against. Okay. Cabal! Well, I'm curious whether this kick move still works. I've gone higher than novice. No! That's the thing, Cosmo. It's not a ROM hack. This was officially licensed by Midway, and it was developed by Tectoy, a Brazilian company that made loads of really bad bootleg quality but officially licensed games for the Master System. And this is one of them. It's really poorly made, but it's official. That's what differentiates it from stuff like Kart Fighter and Daishin Mali and all those other weird Chinese fighters and stuff like that, is that this is actually genuine. Yeah. Terrifying. Flawless victory. Don't know why it waits for me to press a button. It's like I can't choose different stuff. What's her name? Sindel, isn't it? Yeah, Kart Fighter's the one that I always like to refer to. Especially when I'm saying bad. Oh, Virtua Fighter Animation is great, Soy. That's the thing, like, Virtua Fighter Animation's a really good game. It's difficult, but it's a really good game. And I like the art style in it. It's really cute. It's anime style, and the characters don't look anything like they do in the 3D Virtua Fighter games. I sort of like it, because that game also, after you just, like, said fighting games don't have stories, or words to that effect, Virtua Fighter Animation is entirely story-driven, so, you know. But no, it's a good game, and maybe I will play it for a bit. Yes, there is a Sega Master System version of Baku Baku Animal. My Saturn version is somewhere. I have a Saturn version somewhere. It's not all that rare in PAL, but it is uncommon. I do have it. And I have played it all the way through to the end. And I do like Baku Baku Animal. For reference, it's quite fun. And I like the story. There's a princess who hates, like, looking after all her pets. So the king decides that he's going to hold a tournament for everyone to take part in a puzzle game, and if they win, they get to look after the royal pets. The final battle, of course, being the princess who wants the person to look after her pets for her. It's silly. It's a silly idea. I still can't get any of these fatalities. I'm trying. How long have I been streaming? Yeah, 23 minutes. I suppose now's time to say, if you really want to see more of this kind of thing, like, comment, and subscribe. But you see, the thing is, the people who are in the chat, people who are already subscribed, so it kind of falls on deaf ears. Yeah. And besides, I hate saying that sort of thing. It annoys me. It's like when I'm at work and I have to say loads of things I don't like saying. It's like, do you want a bag, and stuff like that. It's boring. Why can't I say monkey chestnuts? I mean, it would be fun to just see the expressions on people's faces. There was a Sonic 3D Blast port for SMS. What? That I was not aware of? Oh no, I know what you mean. Oh, I assure you that's not Sonic 3D Blast. That's a game I know as G-Sonic, and it is bad. I didn't realise that was Tectoy. I wouldn't call it the same art, Soy. It's really bad art. If it wasn't for the music being good in that game, I wouldn't recommend it at all. But Sonic Blast has some good music. Used to love the THQ AKI wrestling games for N64. AKI made some of the PlayStation wrestling games. I only ever played SmackDown on the PlayStation. I would be interested in playing through SmackDown at some point on stream. That would be really fun, because then, you know, we can work together to create a wrestler. PS2 Shock, Mega Drive Shock, and Xbox 360 Shock. I don't understand, but welcome, the new AF258. I'm not quite sure the context of your statement, but I wholeheartedly agree. Cabal versus Cabal. Weird AKI wrestling games. Oh, then see if you can track down some of the names of them, because if they're like Japanese things, then I'd definitely be interested in playing them. If they're like Ultimate Muscle and stuff like that, I'd definitely be interested. Or Baki the Grappler, based on those sorts of sources, that'd be interesting. I definitely do want to play Sumo 64, because I remember seeing that in Nintendo magazines as a kid and thinking, oh wow, this sumo game for Nintendo 64 looks really cool. I can't wait for it to come out over here, and then of course it never did. Haha, is Form Dashi you're playing as Cabal? What? Hahaha, is Form Dashi you're playing as Cabal? I'm playing as Cabal, yes. Yeah, I'm trying out this major glitch, the new AF258, where I believe that I can win most battles in this game just by jump kicking. That, like, all you have to do is jump kick towards your opponent to win, and it's proving to be very true. That I can just do this and win endlessly. Barking dog. Of course, the computer sometimes starts a fight jump kicking, but once my rhythm gets going, I win. But it depends how much blocking the computer's doing. You know, something I haven't played for a while that I played for random access. Maybe I should stream Power Rangers Super Legends for PlayStation 2. Well, then again, maybe not. Oh yeah, it's time to take on Shao Kahn. Well, the way he's flickering, a hologram of Shao Kahn. Okay, this is the point where my jump kick may no longer work. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers the movie game? Yeah, sure, why not? That game's great. Not only does it have really solid beat-em-up gameplay, really good graphics and soundtrack, but it also has a load of stages in the middle that are based off the animated show, and they're fantastic. Did I just say animated show for... Yeah, Ultimate Muscle. I thought so. Yeah, based off Kinnikuman. Interesting. Then I will definitely play that at some point because it's based off Ultimate Muscle or Kinnikuman. Yeah, Kinnikuman Muscle Grand Prix Max. I drink 2 of those every morning. I take them with my ketones. We already know that Amy Jo Johnson is an animated character, so they did what they did in Highlander, and they just drew her in on every frame of the show. Just drew her in directly on the film, and no one ever noticed because the drawings were so realistic. I notice I haven't done as many Japan-only games recently on my stream, so it's about time I got round to doing that again. I know what you're saying, Soy. And, yeah. Yeah, I know what you're saying.